Hey!
Hi, Allie.
Hi, you look great.
Thank you. I'm running late to look cute.
That's like
Um,
so. That's like a very good fine excuse to promote the live stream.
Thank you so much, and thanks for coming to my show. I've been very problematic for the last couple of hours because, um, that's just how I live my life, honestly, at this point, and things have been really weird. You
Yeah.
know?
What are you drinking?
Mmm. It's a Bloody Mary. Um, I'm drinking it
Ooh.
because conservatives said if they lost, I was promised a bloodbath. So, I mean, I'm waiting.
Yeah. I like the fact that it's called the stupid brunch show because we're supposed to be at brunch right now, right?
I know. This is actually the first. No, this is. I've had like mimosas before, but after a while, it's just like I'm not gonna drink that much champagne, and I can't really celebrate what's going on right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, and we'll talk about that later. It is a celebratory time because obviously, I'm glad certain things are over. But at the same time, it's kind of like not my first, second, third, or sixth choice. So it's like this weird, like, yay, but also like, I'm still ready to hate on people.
Yeah, I don't know if Biden was anyone's first choice.
No.
Like I don't think I've talked to one enthusiastic Biden voter.
It's that moment when you're like, Mom, can we have a US president? And your mom's like, we have a US president in a home. And this is moving. So this is what we're getting. And you have to be like, thanks, Mom. Do you not want it? No. Thanks. That's how I feel.
The presidential equivalent of like when your cat like kills a mouse and like leaves it on your porch and you're like supposed to feel grateful, but you mostly just have a dead mouse on your porch.
Exactly.
Like,
it's like,
I didn't ask for that.
You got that
Like,
for
you gave it to me?
Oh, this is disgusting, but I can see in your eyes you this is for me. Okay. Thank God you're so cute. Which we'll talk about my child also today because some shit went down. Like, that's actually why I haven't been doing this for a while. Aside from like just the general election stress and like everything that's been going on, I just needed a few like weeks to like let my liver do what it needs to do. Yeah. And yeah. So but yes, I feel like I didn't introduce you at all. We just started bitching, which is like, I don't know, that's what you really should do. But this is my friend Allie. We've known each other for a long time. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff today, most likely about what's been going on because that's what the energy is. But I thought we could also just mix in some other stuff so we don't have to completely focus on how like the world is like slowly closing in on itself. Yeah, let's do that. So the first thing I was going to bring up was it was going to be a public apology to my liver for the last, I want to say 48 hours. Like, I mean, legitimately, like, I've done some shit to it that, even I'm, like, looking back on it, I'm like, wow, we've been through so much in these last, like, 36 years, and I just done some really fucked up shit to you. So, at some point, you will get some water. I just haven't decided when yet. Like, give it some time. But we've been through a lot of hard stuff. How have you been coping with the bullshit?
I'm gonna be honest. I've been keeping myself distracted with boys, and dating and being a little bit of a thought. And honestly, it's the best way to deal with most issues in life.
Honestly.
And it's been great. And it's like, why like watch the results roll in when I could like have my phone in the other room or like watching the sunset at Muir Beach on a Saturday night, which I may or may not have been doing last night. So that's how I've been coping with things. I'm very much like an obsessive refresher of like results. And it sucks because in California the results roll in like really slow,
Mm-hmm.
particularly for like a lot of the like races, smaller races I've been paying attention to. And so a lot of those races we won't know until like a couple weeks from now. So it's been very agonizing. And like some of them are within a couple hundred votes of each other.
Yeah,
So I've just been forgetting that the election exists by dating.
I get
Which
that.
like it doesn't like feel like kind of excited by the end of the world, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I kind of, that's how I've been coping with it. I also did the same thing where I was like, I'm gonna ignore everything. Like that day, like I made a commitment to myself where I was like, the phone will be, I'm not gonna pay attention to any, not even my social media. I'm gonna do everything else under the sun. And yeah, for the most part, as soon as noon hit and it was socially acceptable for me to start doing stuff, I started doing stuff. Miracle is I stayed okay, like nothing, I just did enough where it was just like I'll be happy, but not like over the top. Allowed myself to do that. Kept the cat around to keep me like doing something. Made some art, and then just was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to bed and wake up, and we're gonna figure out what's going on. And of course, it just kept going. So I was like, wow, I did all this stuff and put this one at risk for
Oh my
nothing,
god.
kind of. So I was like,
Are
okay,
things
I guess whatever.
yeah. Are things closed down there still?
Mm, we just got word the other day that state schools will be closed for the end of the year. Not the school year, but just the actual year. Um, it's touch and go. I mean, they should be at this point because things are going up. The nursing home in I want to say Clear Lake, but that's not the Saranac Lake. I think had a case, which is maybe like an multiple cases.
I'm mad about the one case in particular.
Who was the one case in
the one at the nursing home, so I can't see my grandma.
Yes, there was a plan to see his grandmother this week, and then we found out for 48 hours ago.
Yeah, literally found out as I was scheduling my COVID test so I could see grandma.
Yeah. So that was very like upsetting because he was like really she's been by herself for the longest time, and David has been pretty good about consistently seeing her, and this has totally just upended that. At most they can like take her out for like medical stuff, but that's about it. So in short, they should be shutting things down because we're starting to see cases, especially around this area where we live, but they aren't really doing it just yet. So the only thing I've done is we've geared up. I've stocked up on all the stuff that I need. So has he. So we can probably hunker down a bit longer. And we got a bidet, so we don't need toilet paper.
Oh, amazing.
A bidet. It's a good bidet. Hell, I don't even need him at this point. It's a good bidet.
That brings up some real gross implications.
The water bill is going to go up.
Ah.
All right.
What up? You really upgraded with your bidet.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good. This is my son who made another escape attempt, I think 24 hours ago.
Oh my god.
So I just wanted to take a minute to shade him as well. As you can see, he now has a house arrest bracelet on his neck that we provided for him.
It's really pretty.
It's really...
Can't really see it.
Well, I mean... Oh, thank you. I mean, I was going to kind of cover up because it ruins the aesthetic of my cat. Like, I went all out to get this little, like, thing for him, which he'll never know about or appreciate because he is a cat. But, yeah, he made an escape, which didn't help my whole liver situation again. That was very stressful.
Where did he go?
Let me show you. Because he did have his tracking device on for a bit, but because I was worried about his safety, I did give him a breakaway collar because I know that that's better. But of course, it broke away, so we only recorded some of it. But, oh no, it's not up here.
Oh, shoot, want me to get it?
Sure, yeah. It was the... Yeah, so we did see... I found out... That's how I found out he was missing, because I went down that morning to go get breakfast, and normally...
The video.
The video?
Or the map? The map?
Just the map.
Okay.
So basically, yeah, I noticed he wasn't bothering me like he normally does whenever I get cereal. I was like, where is he? And I looked around.
Yeah, we enjoyed a nice morning of sleep.
Yes. And the thing about this collar is there's a light on it that you can turn on, so it'll flash and you'll be like, oh, there you are, you're hiding in a corner, ha ha, we know where you are. And I didn't see the flashing light, so I turn it on, and then I see this map of him all over the place. I'm like, great, I guess we're gonna go on like a hunt today. Fantastic. And before anyone says like, oh wow, you're such an overprotective parent, it's really less for him and more for the fact that we live next to the woods. It's not necessarily a nature preserve, but like the animals there shouldn't be unmolested by our cat.
Yeah.
And that's what we were worried about.
A lot of birds.
A lot of birds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why he's on house arrest. He's really...
I'm getting it in there.
He's like me. He's very rebellious. And this is his second escape attempt. The first attempt was 3 hours after we got him home. That was fun. But we got to meet neighbors by putting up emergency, like, missing cat signs and stuff like that. So...
How did you get out?
The first time?
Both times it was me.
David left the door open a little bit too long both times. Oh, there he is. So here he goes across the street first, and I think he probably went into our neighbor's garage because she always leaves it open. Not to shade her, but she just does, and that's fine, obviously.
There's a cool ass MG in there.
And then, of course, he went around here. This is his favorite little spot for sure, right up in this corner right here.
God.
That's where we usually find him when he comes back home. And he went to the edge of the farm. There's a farm right here with cows, which is another reason why probably not good for him to be going out, because we don't want him to be... I mean, I don't know how the farmers are out here, but hunting is popular, so... But yeah, here's the amazing little journey that he went on.
That's incredible that you have that recorded. That looks like an amazing adventure.
He didn't need his... That's the other thing. It records how much cardio he needs daily. And at the end of it, he was like, he's done.
And he hasn't played for like a day. Yeah. And the best part is like then yesterday we're like, do you want to play, buddy? We got all your favorite toys.
Yeah,
and
he's
like,
not been into it. He's fine. He's just kind of
I have seen the world. Your fake bird disappoints me now. It's bullshit. A simulacrum of what truly is.
And because of it, I had to get him I got him 2 new collars now that are not breakaway, and his Christmas presents are canceled because I had to budget his Christmas money on that.
You got some bumps in the chat.
Wow.
Oh, I've got some bumps in the chat? I'm so bad about this. Oh, wow. A lot of people. I'm so sorry. I was so angry at my cat that I've been ignoring everything here about people missing their bidets, which I agree. I put a collar on my cat and she scratched it until it was frayed and useless. That he was actually doing it with this collar as well. He has been scratching at it, but I got it like on Etsy, and so far it's held up pretty well, and that's why I got 2 so I could interchange them so he wouldn't like...
He likes the collar too, which is funny.
He does like the collar?
He loves the collar.
I didn't know that.
I took the collar off of him to swap it out, and he pawed at it and like wanted me to put it back on. And was like extremely cute about it, with like the giant GPS square and everything. Very unexpected that he likes the giant square. He actually sleeps on it sometimes, like it's like a very hard pillow. He's like,
yeah, he does.
Cats.
So he's
maybe he's so handsome.
He is really handsome. Actually, I do
Well,
love my boy.
if he's around,
Try to bring our son. We'll see what happens.
Say,
I'm so sorry I've been ignoring the chat. I'm just...
Get our beautiful son.
I just want to, like, yell at my son a little bit. But while he's doing that, I'll move on to the next segment so we can start shading Biden. So today we've decided to settle for this man. And we kind of went in on it, like... It's weird. It's like, I'm relieved, but I'm also kind of like, yeah, I already said, I was like, cool. I'm not saying I would openly punch this man in the face, but like if somebody did that, I'd kind of be like, I get that. You know, like, congratulations.
Yeah, I keep thinking like, who knows? I keep thinking now that yesterday, like it feels like the initial like celebration of like Trump being out is like, I think we're working our way through it this weekend. Like we're giving ourselves a pass. And then, like, you know, maybe later today, tomorrow, then we can, like, be really pissed off that it ended up being Biden.
Exactly.
And then feel really disappointed that it wasn't Bernie and that we have to settle for Joe Biden.
I know.
which is like so wild. I mean, he's like literally just like kind of a corpse that was reanimated.
Yeah.
That is just like kind of a puppet. Like how did he win? Like how did he even
by
get
a slim margin? I mean, well, if you're going by electoral college, of course, but like, I mean, which I was expecting it to be not a landslide victory. Who knows? Like, I do feel like that's the other thing. It's like I don't know. He's so he's. Well, it is weekend. It wasn't a landslide. It's weekend at Bernie's, but not the right Bernie.
Not the right Bernie.
That's what I feel. It's not the weekend at Bernie's that we wanted.
Absolutely not.
Because we're not gonna get prison reform. That was the first thing I kind of thought about. That's not gonna happen. I don't know if it would have even happened under Bernie, but I would have been more hopeful for it. Can a bitch get a sprinkle of healthcare? Like, I know that just something like maybe my pills can be cheaper, or I can just see a doctor and it's not gonna cost me an arm and a leg. Maybe in some cases literally. That would be really nice. Especially, and call me crazy here. Call me crazy.
You're crazy!
But during a global pandemic, it might be nice to consider this. I don't know.
Right.
I could just be spitting, just shooting out my ass here, but it's just something that, and of course, we're not gonna get this, maybe, but I doubt it.
We'll get it in spite of.
We'll get it in spite of. It's like one of those things I really feel that all 50 will just say, fuck it, we can do this, and then federally they're gonna be like, fine.
Didn't Mississippi pass legal weed?
I think Mississippi, which is... Honestly, I don't think this would have happened without Trump, because people are so stressed that they're like, fine. Sure, get high as shit, and then just take a nap.
Yeah, I'm really glad a bunch of states legalized drugs. Like, that's really cool. Like, that's like the one cool thing that happened on Tuesday, was that drugs are becoming more legal and abundant now more than ever. And drugs
Oregon, I think, went all in. I think they
Oregon
went all in.
Decriminalized all drugs, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That's
cool, because drugs are awesome.
I mean, honestly, at this point, can we just have that? Can we have a sprinkle of drugs? Well, we're getting more than a sprinkle at this point, but I'm jealous of other states that are going to be a little more chill. New York still has a ways to go, I believe, but
that's so nuts.
Yeah, it's only medical here,
because
and
Cuomo's the secret Republican who hates drugs.
Cuomo, I know everybody's like sucking up Cuomo, and it's like from where I'm sitting. So those are the things I'm bummed out about. But kind of going back to what you were saying is like the good thing that I say we should all focus on for the next like 48 hours at least, but feel free to enjoy it for at least a week, is we're getting rid of him. I heard this rumor that he's supposedly going to be dragged out of there. I know it's not going to happen. I know that won't happen. But the Secret Service has an obligation to record it and put it up on Pornhub and every social media thing out there.
Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, I can imagine it like as a Pornhub, like sort of like title that's like large man gets dragged.
Yeah.
Large man gets fucked out of the White House.
Yeah.
Like that. And it's just like a video of Trump being dragged out.
Yeah, 5 men dominate.
Yeah. 5 man or something.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 men, 1 old guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or 5 buff dudes take on 1 old guy.
Yeah, make sure you take 1 still shot of him sitting on a couch with like 4 guys standing behind him before you like that'll be the main thing, and then we'll know what we're getting into.
Yeah, so, like on a leather couch.
Yeah, if he's not going to do the concession speech, we should at least get this. I feel that's like the least that they could do for us. Yeah, but like I said, let's enjoy some Schadenfreude is what I wanted to do. So I've been spending the last I've been getting my Schadenfreude from TikTok and other social media things of people like rubbing it in other people's faces and stuff like that. Also, what's been more fun is the people who are Trump supporters talking about how they feel about it, because that's been like a gem. First of all, of course, you do have a lot of this, like, the people who were threatening this hardcore are now awfully very quiet, which I suspected. There was a lot of that being people, like, getting ready for, like, so-called civil war. Like I said, bloodbath. So far, this is the only blood I see. Not getting that, but legit. Somebody on TikTok was saying, you don't understand, he's gonna enforce national mask wearing.
Oh no.
Oh no. I mean, first of all, no, I don't think he's even actually being able to do that. And even if he did, I already see what's happening now. That's not gonna happen. But that was one thing a person was whining about. We're gonna have an abortion vending machine, apparently.
I can't wait. I mean,
yeah, or a drive-through situation. But legitimately, somehow there's gonna be some weird funnel situation going on.
Yeah, like
my friend Heidi's woman in the White House. I don't give a fuck. It is who it is. It's long overdue, and I agree.
Yeah,
but again, someone legitimately is concerned about this right now because they are a Trump supporter and they really believe that. Saw that. Oh, this is a gem if you can find this video. This is another one. It's Taylor Russo on TikTok, and she did this video. You notice chip implanted. It is a video of her. Like, first it's her as, I'm guessing, like somebody who is not a Trump supporter, getting, yes, I'll take the vaccine, and it's a chip that gets implanted. And then she says no to the vaccine. I'm serious, like, this is the whole video. And then the doctor is like, we will kill you now. Not even shitting you. And she's like, I know. And then the next thing is her getting beaten up and then seeing Jesus afterwards and Jesus rewarding her for not getting the vaccine. The first thing I thought of was, are they going to give that shit out for free? Because I feel like it'd be like $50. And then I'd be like, I'm uninsured. They'd be like, get out of here. Cool, thanks.
Yeah, no, totally.
If anyone needs a laugh, find this video. It's hilarious because she's legitimately like going ham. And people are roasting her for it. And I think it's funny. This was like... This, I think, was serious. This was serious. This is what she said. This was like not even... He has not solved COVID yet. And to that I say, I look sometimes at an unopened bottle of aspirin and ask myself, why do I still have a headache?
Yeah, no, exactly. I remember a video I saw where someone made a joke where they like threw out their mask in the trash as soon as Biden was elected. It was like, we no longer need these. It's like exactly how conservatives are expecting it to go.
Right.
Or act like how people think are expecting it to go, you know?
Right. I've been getting a lot of these where it's somebody legitimately sobbing. And I hope you're happy. I'm now afraid of losing my rights. To do what, bitch?
I'm also just confused because all these people seem like teen white girls.
Yeah.
I'm confused about what rights they're losing.
I'm like too. I think maybe to be discriminatory.
Yeah. What are you losing? They're right.
But legit, I get this every other TikTok. Is a teen girl like sobbing about Biden winning, and it's kind of. I feel like again they have a kind of obligation to maybe collect the tears, so at least we can have them. Anyway. Oh, somebody was nice enough to do a compilation. So if you want that, this person has a compilation of all the Trump supporters really losing it. This girl, she was not crying, but she's like, you guys don't understand. Again, we're going to be losing our rights. More people crying about it. If you really just want a good Schadenfreude video, I suggest this one. It's a lovely compilation. Oh, then the other reason why you gotta like kind of pay attention is there are a lot of like teenagers talking to their parents as their parents process it while they're trying not to laugh hysterically. That is also quite enjoyable.
That's artwork to me.
It really is. This one, the mom is actually screaming. And she's kind of like, what's wrong? And he's like, Trump, Biden, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, stop screaming. It's my house. I can keep screaming. Okay. That's a pretty good one.
God.
Oh, Allison says, for the right for people who don't pass background checks to own their own machine guns, maybe. That is true. That was another concern. Apparently, the Biden administration is going to go into everyone's home, according to several people that I've seen online. They're going to go into everyone's home and remove their guns. That will happen, apparently. Oh, and then I just have this one because I think it's funny. This is supposedly him coming home from golfing. Someone is saying he was crying. I don't think he's capable of crying.
No.
I know his son might have been.
Oh, yeah.
There are a few videos of his son supposedly crying or at least holding back emotion, which I enjoyed that. At the very least. Are you eating my salad?
Yeah. I thought you didn't want none.
He ate my salad.
Oh my god. How dare he?
Like right in front of my salad. He ate my salad.
Right?
I brought you Taco Bell to go with the salad.
You did not get it to go with the salad. You came home and it was like, oh, there's salad.
Yeah, but still, I wanted some. I was like, can I have some? And you're like, yes. Well, I don't want it now. You ate most of it.
I'm very sorry.
No, you're not. I'm heartbroken about that salad.
You complain about the salad all the time.
I do not complain about salad. I actually enjoy it. Yeah, so we're going to lose the right to bear arms, which is a shame because I think bear arms are adorable.
They are very cute.
I want to keep bear arms.
The furries are in shambles. What will they ever do?
They'll have to stick to other animals like wolves and cats and dogs. It's a shame. It's not fair. Oh, this is another gem. So some Trump supporters will be going to Canada or Mexico.
Genius.
And they do not see the problem or irony in this at all. But more power to you if that's what you want to try to do. By all means. But there are several videos like this. They're escaping off into Canada. And I think it's cute. I
saw one that was like, I saw a TikTok that was like, hey, it was like a bunch of Trump supporters, and this person was like, hey, Trump supporters, like, say free Palestine with me. 1, 2, 3, and they all went, free Palestine! And they obviously didn't know what that meant. Really
I totally saw that. It was so good. It was like, oh, yeah.
Geniuses.
Mm-hmm. Heidi brings up a good point. The border to Canada is closed right now. Because if it was open, we'd be going there. Not even to escape, but just the closest major city to where we are is in Canada. So if I want anything good like pho, ramen, I gotta go there. If I need to get my hair done, I gotta go there. Which,
how long does it take us to go to Target?
45 minutes?
It's 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours. I must have been passed out for most of that. Not like drunk, but like asleep. It does take us 2 hours to go to the nearest Target, and that's kind of... We have to go to Walmart here. Which, yeah, there's a Walmart. It's like the closest one.
General.
Or the Dollar General. I don't really go to Dollar General at all because...
It's even more evil.
It is even more evil, and there's nothing that I need at Dollar General. So that's enough for Schadenfreude. Any other bits of Schadenfreude that you enjoy now that this is going down? Anything else that's kind of making you perk up?
What's making me perk up? I mean, the meltdown that Trump's having on Twitter has been like pretty, both like beautiful and terrifying. Like seeing him an hour before it was called, like before Biden was called by NBC News yesterday, he was like, I won by a lot. And then like NBC was like, congrats, President-elect Joe Biden. I'm also though terrified because the things he's saying, it makes it sound like he's literally gonna have to be like dragged out and it could become really messy and like really contentious. So that also like scares me a little bit, but it's also very beautiful.
Yeah. Last time I checked,
It is the thing. He's got
sorry.
like 2 months left.
Oh yeah, he's got 2 months left. No, I was gonna say the last time I checked, what I heard from Washington insiders, which means could mean jack shit for all I care, but it's still interesting, is that apparently right now there's a team of people trying to talk him down, and I know some of his supporters. including his wife supposedly, who's trying to talk him down. And the other thing that I heard is that as of right now, well, I've been noticing people who really supported him a lot are starting to move away just for their own like self-preservation. But I think it's a lot of. Oh.
So I jog around our 6 miles around our rural community every other day, so I get to really see up close the status of signs and flags, and there are a lot less flags today, which was interesting. There's still a lot, but a lot
people
less.
Took down their Trump flags.
Yeah. I've been seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing a lot. I'm kind of curious. There's a house, I forget where it is, but he has plastered a bunch of like Trump paraphernalia all over, including like a huge. He does not care about it at all. He barely notices it when we drive by and rarely comments on it. But there's this huge image of like all this Trump stuff. Like Trump's gonna drain this swamp. There's this image of Melania that he has just all over the farm. Dave.
Oh, okay, that's another one. On the ride to that one is even more amazing because the farm one, he took his whole side of his barn, and like it's actually the you can watch his mental state degrade over time from left to right as it becomes like we need to be unified. Then it becomes like no politicians like us. Then it's like Trump is the only one for me, and then Melania is hot for me. Is like one of the lessons. However, that person did undergo like an absurd family tragedy several years ago, which may have just completely broken him. It would have broken anyone. But
yeah,
even funnier. Right before that one, there's another guy who has like handmade Trump stuff all over the place, including an arrow that lights up at night, pointing to a guy across the street from him saying, "There lives a registered sex offender."
That's true.
And this dude also has a shitload of Q stuff everywhere. It's incredible. So,
oh my God.
That's the one I'm very interested in seeing today.
After this we are going to a barbecue to it's I guess a gloating barbecue. And I think we
Heidi and Ryan. Yes, that's the one.
Oh,
yep.
It's the farm. I don't know
called
if I should say who they are.
But we don't. I'm not going to say.
It's in the chat.
Yeah.
They're right. That is the farm. That is the farm. I do remember now. Someone's also making a comment that Canada is also full, which I agree. They don't need us there.
They won't let us in.
Huh?
They won't let us in.
Yeah, they won't let us in, and I don't blame them. I've already given up on trying to sneak my way over. I don't think it would be very plausible if I just accidentally stumbled into Canada.
Yeah.
And I have a child now that doesn't listen to me. It complicates things. Although I thought about getting a backpack for him so it'd be easier to take him places.
Like a bubble backpack?
I do want to get a bubble backpack, actually.
That would be so cool.
I think he would appreciate it because he wants to escape, so I figured this would be a good, like... We can go on walks and he can kind of look around, which he does enjoy doing. Only if he's good. Christmas is coming up, and I've already done shopping for David. Maybe more if he's good, although he complains about it.
Oh,
but we'll see. Did you buy me a present?
Actually, yes, I did.
Okay. Anyway, you gotta make sure with these things. So, I think now is a good time. I figured this is just, we would just bitch here. Any final thoughts? Anything you're thinking about? Anything you want to plug? Anything you'd like to see happen going forward?
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, I don't know if you saw this, but the thing I was thinking about today was the mayor of Oakland, Libby Schaaf. There's a video of her celebrating in Oakland, and she was riding on a brass snail that is like a Burning Man.
Okay.
In the middle of the street with like a Biden-Harris sign. And I'm co-chair of East Bay Democratic Socialists of America, and I really want us to seize the snail car and ride around on it like Mad Max style around Oakland. So that's been like my vision.
I support that.
I can send you a picture of this snail.
It's such a shame that she has that art car. That's like her thing.
We can probably even hook you up with people who know how to do this. Right?
I want us to like seize it.
Yes.
And like ride it through town. Very bad. I've been about that and like That's like my vision for the next, you know, in this administration. That's one of my goals.
I mean,
and then I was like, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say she's a public employee. Technically, belongs to everybody. But continue. Sorry.
Well, you're good. Yeah, no, it does belong to everybody. That's why we should seize it for the people.
Exactly.
And like take over the snail and then ride it through town. So I've been thinking about that all day, as like one of the like very bizarre celebrations. I didn't see a lot of people. I didn't eyewitness a lot of like people celebrating yesterday in Oakland or Berkeley, but apparently like people were like all over the parks and like the lake, like getting very drunk, which like I always say, I mean, yesterday I was like, well, I'm not super excited about Biden winning, but like I will literally use any excuse to like go to the lake and like drink. Yeah. And like it could just be a nice day and I would go do that. And so everyone being in like good spirits was like inspiring.
That seems nice, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I will do anything to go to the lake and drink.
I considered popping out the champagne, but I was like, he doesn't it's not a champagne popping moment. Also, I'm in a town where it's like, it's kind of quiet here. Partly because we're like in this blue island.
There was fireworks when he got COVID though. Tell that was funny.
I think there were fireworks when Trump got COVID. In fact, I did have a bottle on ice for quite a bit when I thought he might croak. Still disappointed that he survived, personally. But I did have some champagne on ice.
He looks like shit. I really think he could die still.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's a possibility that he does look like shit. It will affect him. Sometimes it takes a while. And it doesn't help that he's probably under some amount of stress now that he has to, like, deal with all this shit. Last I heard, his sister said something along the lines of, this is, like, new territory for him. Because every time he's ever made a mistake or fucked up, someone's been there to, like, financially bail him out. You can't be bailed out of the highest office in the country. You just, you're fucked. So yeah, he looks bad. I mean, that image that I had, the last known image of him alive, he looks pretty bad. I don't even think he has his fake tan on, and even his hair looked kind of bad. Like he hasn't been doing the fake comb over situation, so you can tell he's not in good spirits. Which,
oh no.
Yeah, I also keep thinking about what is Trump gonna do after January? Like, I
know.
Like, what is he gonna? Is he still like gonna tweet? Like, is he gonna try to run again?
I know. He's
not gonna disappear.
I think he'll probably he still has his fans, so I could see him going and trying to organize his fans in some way, but I don't think it's gonna go too far. You know, like, what can you do? I don't think he can run again. Because I think, to some degree, I mean, I don't think he can run again successfully, because they already got what they wanted out of him.
True.
Like, as far as the GOP is concerned, they got what they needed out of him, and now, I think that's why a lot of his, like, support system is starting to slowly back off. Even had Rick Santorum saying, like, yeah, he should just pack it in, when Rick Santorum was, like, at one point, just straight up.
I have a theory about it. Because they nominated, my theory is that he thought, I'll be a genius and put Amy Coney Barrett in the Supreme Court before the election. So maybe it's going to go to the Supreme Court and then she'll let me in. But because he did that and it didn't go to the Supreme Court, all the conservatives are now happy they have their majority. And they're like, we don't need you anymore, dude. That was the thing. Oh, no. Hey, cool. We still have the Senate. Awesome.
and I think supposedly there was something that did make it to the Supreme Court that with regards to that.
Oh yeah, she
recused herself. She recused herself. She did not sit on that vote, and I think it was just thrown out.
Beautiful.
I know, it couldn't have happened to anybody better. So yeah, that's my one theory. Or he could just part of me too with this whole not being a landslide, I assumed he just hated the job up until this point, and I thought he would just say what he's saying, which is, I won by a lot, but I'm going to leave because fine. You know what I mean? Like, he'll never say he lost, but I assume he hates this job so much that he would be kind of happy it's over.
The deep state forced me out.
Yeah, I mean,
who wants to work? I mean, even if you're the most powerful man in the country, why would you want to work? That sounds exhausting.
Yeah, just play golf and continue to be irrelevant elsewhere. I mean, I wonder if even Fox News will fuck with him anymore, because it's like, even they're starting to get a little frosty because even they have to be like, there's only so much bullshitting that we can do in one day.
Right.
So
I mean,
he's already lost that.
Against him.
Hmm?
They were calling states against him before other news networks.
Yeah, for real.
Not
and anytime he said anything with regards to like, oh, we think this is rigged, only like a handful of people, I think, came on his side. And I think one of his biggest supporters who probably would have said something, I think they fired her already. I forget what her name is, but I know she's that judge lady who's always drunk on the air.
Oh, Jean Carrero?
Yeah. Have you seen those where she's just like clearly like slurring? Yeah, no, she's clearly out of it. She's clearly... My favorite one is when she's so drunk she doesn't want to go on the air, and like you see the headline stuff and the music, and then you just hear her in the back being like, I can't do it. And then she's on the air.
I'd love to see a fucked up on TV debate between drunk Janine Pirro and like zanned out Neera Tanden, and just see where the hell the conversation even goes. It'd be amazing.
I feel like it's the equivalent of that like doctor who got a bunch of people who claimed to be Jesus and put them in one room. I feel like that would be the same thing.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. Entertaining at the very least. Yeah. So, anything else?
Well, it feels like this weekend, yeah, we're celebrating, but then like next week, whatever, give us a few business days and then we get back to doing all the things we want to, or fighting for all the better things in the world. I think the biggest thing for most people is like COVID relief.
Yeah,
and like
absolutely.
I want my free money, honestly. I'm pissed I didn't get free money before the election. I was like, for real, like every single day I would Google, where's my stimulus check? And it's not here. And so we better get more free money. That is one of my biggest concerns, and unemployment. And also like reproductive rights. I'm like very concerned. And I don't know,
Yeah.
I think it could be a hit or miss on that. So I'm like kind of waiting to my seat to see how they try to talk or protect reproductive rights under this administration, with the Supreme Court being as screwed up as it is. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I just people don't lose sight, because I feel like the other thing that's like, I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing, but with Biden, I hope that people aren't just gonna be like, cool. I mean, yeah, you're right. There's still work that needs to be done, and we need to stay focused, and we need to hold him accountable, as well as, you know, with the vice president, because who knows what's gonna happen. So
the John Mulaney quote about Obama. I thought it was fine.
yeah, so that's my plan. Is, yeah, I think for this week I will still continue on my bender. Sorry, but once that's over, yeah, I'm gonna like go back to square one and like, let's see what happens. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. My expectations are pretty low, but we'll see what happens. That's all you can do. We're in better shape than we were before, but
there's been rumors of student loan debt relief. Chuck Schumer is pressuring Joe Biden to like forgive student loans through executive order. Ooh. And like, even if they did that, like that would be a huge deal.
Absolutely.
That's also more free money. Basically, Joe Biden should just focus on giving everyone as much free money as possible, and then I think it'll be fine.
If he just does one of those things that were mentioned, like we either track with the healthcare, or I think student loan forgiveness would be a big thing, because it's just like, especially there's so many people who went to school for stuff and then their careers have been totally upended due to the coronavirus, and they have all this debt and no clue as to when they're going to go back to work a job that probably won't even come close to paying off what they need to pay off anyway.
Especially with Prop 22 passing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so like, that would be a big thing. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, like, because of what's going on, we'll see. But yeah, those are things we need to push for, and hopefully that'd be great. If that was a thing, I could breathe a sigh of relief for sure. Yeah, I've got a kid to raise.
You do. You have to continue to buy Onyx fancy collars.
Of course. And the treats that he needs, and toys, because he's getting... California liberals are trash.
That's right.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll make it through the next couple years. Everything will be cool. I like I said, everybody, drink, smoke if you got them. Do what it is you need to do to fuck Prop 22. That was very disappointing. I mean, I'm not there anymore, but I was for sure thought that would. We could go on that for hours, couldn't we?
Props are bad. I'm scared.
Yeah. Well, this has been a delight. I think we should probably wrap up for the evening, because I need to mix another drink, because I already finished mine.
We need to go to barbecue.
And we do have to barbecue to celebrate this new phase in this country. Again, last words, anything else before I...
Thank you for having me on. This was amazing.
This was a pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm always honored when anyone decides to fuck around with me on the internet.
This is so cool.
Thank you. All right, so you stick around because you can watch me make another drink, and everyone else, thank you for coming. I love it when the chat gets all filled up and we're doing stuff together. So I'm gonna go now. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.